Hello, today is Friday, January 25th, 2013. Um, so I know I made a video a little bit ago and I'm making another one. I think I'm going to be having more videos from now on just because, as I said, my typing, it's getting harder to put words in the correct order and put them online. So just be prepared for that. There will be more videos, and I'll try and keep them more concise. I rewatched that last video, and I'm really sorry about that. As my mom said, I had like 3 points, and it took me like 14 minutes to put those down. So I'll try and be more concise from here on out. So today, what I wanted to talk about was a really popular question, or a couple popular questions that I get. One of them is a question from people back home, people who I don't really keep in contact with, but I hear from like once or twice, or I've heard from once or twice. And that question is, how is Turkey? That question is almost impossible to answer. Or to answer, like, it's really hard to find a good answer to that question. Because I think, Turkey, obviously, the answer is always Turkey's good. But it is, life is life is life. That's, I think, actually the best answer to that question. Life is life everywhere. And, the pictures you see, the pictures I post and the things I put on my blog are all of, like, me at the ruins or me on a camel or, like, the exciting things. But, I spend every weekend at a mall. And I think, although that's not really exciting, I think that's one of the things I really love, and I think that's something I really like seeing as an exchange student, as opposed to being a tourist, because you get to really see what life is like here. And I think almost everywhere you go in the world, life is going to be pretty much, not the same, but very similar. I mean, teenagers here go to the mall every weekend just like teenagers back home. People shop all the time. We go to the movies a lot. It's just, life is life everywhere you go, and I think that's something I really like seeing as an exchange student because it kind of shows the equality throughout the world. Everyone does the same things, or at least everyone in developed countries do the same things. So, yeah, that's a really difficult question to answer. How is Turkey? Well, Turkey's just fabulous, but, in school, of course, there are people who I'm not a huge fan of. There are people who may not be the best. Um, you know, there are mean girls everywhere. But there are also really great people everywhere. So, yeah, life is life, no matter where you go. So how is Turkey? Turkey is good, I guess, but I just feel like that doesn't really really answer the question. And the second really popular question that I get is from people who live in Turkey, Turks. From Turks is, why Turkey? I feel like I got that a lot when I first got here. I think it's a really popular question when people first meet me. It's almost like they can't comprehend why someone would want to come to their country, which to me almost breaks my heart because I love it here. I mean, as I said, life is life everywhere. Of course, it's not always perfect, but I do love it here. And it's just so funny because people can't comprehend why I would want to come here. So originally, why I picked Turkey, my answer to this is always kind of long because originally I picked Turkey because we got the list of, Rotary gives us a list of like 40 countries or maybe 35 countries, and we're supposed to number them 1 to 35, and they will try and find a spot for us they will try and pick the first choice, but if you don't get it, a lot of people don't get the first choice. Turkey was my first choice, so I lucked out. But why did I put it as my first choice? Well, when I first saw it on the list, I was looking through the choices, and of course there's, France, there's Germany, there's Spain, and I remember seeing Turkey and going, at that point I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I knew zilch, nothing. And I saw it and I was like, Turkey? That sounds kind of foreign. and like exciting, I'm probably not going to get my first choice. Why not put it as number one? I don't know why I picked turkey, honestly. I don't think there's a really solid reason why I put it as my first choice. But then we had a chance to change. And in between when I first picked it and when I had the chance to change, I researched more. And I think what drew me and made me decide to stick with turkey was the history here and the mix of cultures, I think. Turkey is a really fascinating country in the way that it is not Europe, it's not the Middle East, it's not Asian, obviously, even though technically it's on the Asian continent. It's just in the middle of everything. It's like, I think a long time ago it was thought to be like the center of the world. Istanbul was called the capital of the world because it's everything. It's not Europe, it's not Middle East, it just is. It's its own thing, which I find really cool and really interesting. So that is why I think that's why I picked it, because it's different. And it's also the same. I mean, that's the cool thing. As I was saying earlier, it's different, but it's the same. We do go to the malls every weekend, but I don't know, the food's different and the culture is different, and it's interesting. It's a really unique country, and I think that's why I put it as number one, because I don't know, it's interesting. And I know sometimes I think, well, France would have been a lot easier. The language would have been easier. Going to a South American country, I spoke Spanish, not anymore, but I could have gone to a South American country and been fine. But I think Turkey is a good challenge, and yet it's also not super challenging like Thailand. Like I've got a friend who's in Thailand. I don't know if if she follows my blog, but if she does, Stephanie, I admire you so much. That language looks insane. I could never learn that. So seriously, kudos. So I feel like Turkey is a good mix. It's not too easy, not too hard. It's just it's right in the middle of everything, and it's really cool. So that is why I picked Turkey. And obviously that's a really long answer, so it's really hard to put into words for Turks. Mostly I just say because it's not too easy and it's not too hard. It's right in the middle of everything. It's awesome. So those are my two popular questions. As far as life goes, as far as updates, tomorrow I leave for Ankara for our big trip, which I'm really, really pumped for. It's 14 or 15 days, and we're going to like 12 or 13 cities, so we're going to be bouncing all around. It's gonna be exhausting. I know after the 3 days in Cappadocia, I slept for like 12 hours, so I'm going to be exhausted after this, but it's going to be so much fun. We're going all over. We'll be in Istanbul for at least 2 days, which I'm super excited for. Everyone tells me Istanbul is the best city in Turkey. I mean, with the exception of 1 or 2 people, I mean everyone has told me they love Istanbul. So I'm really excited to see that. We'll be going to Bursa, Çanakkale. We'll be stopping in Antalya for a couple of days. So it should be a really great trip. I'm really excited for it. So that is coming up, and I will take my laptop, and hopefully we have downtime at some point. We better. 1 sec. Yes?
Yemek yedin mi?
Yemedim. Teşekkürler. That was Turkish. That was my maid asking if I had eaten yet. Yemedim. I have not eaten. Or I didn't eat. So it's a big trip, and I'm really pumped for it. We'll be going all over. I'll be exhausted. And I know what I was saying. I'll try and update you throughout the 2 weeks. And I'll have so many pictures, so I'll pick out the best ones and put them on the blog for you guys. I have heard from a couple of people lately saying that they read my blog, which is so exciting. I really love hearing from you guys. I know I've made multiple prize for emails, but normally I don't get them. So hearing from you guys that you actually read this means so much to me, or watch this, I guess, means so much. Thank you. I hope you all are doing well, wherever you are, whoever you are. Best wishes. See you all later. Bye.